All right, I recently got asked if the Rails app folder structure that we were building would scale, and it got me thinking, does it actually even matter? I identified 3 key periods of the business, and I want to share what is important at each stage. So straight in, let's go. So number 1 is the MVP, right? Now this is where most likely most people are at this stage. I'm going to chuck a little screenshot up of a little platform that we created called Jobber. And realistically, all this thing did was written in PHP. It was not great. Obviously, I was very young, still learning how to code, but built a ordering platform so that we could track what orders were coming in because we needed to solve a problem, right? This was basically the first version before we even built our next business, which would eventually become RealHub, which was a way more powerful system built on Rails. And it did use, in V1, we were using Rails ERB partials, right? So that's kind of what we were doing there. So MVP for us was Jobber. And then we had our V1 of RealHub, right? That was the first thing we did. Now, when you are here, so you are here, right? What is important, right? We want to figure out first, is the problem that we're trying to solve even worth solving? Is something worth solving, right? A lot of us have great ideas. Look, I'm here. I've been here so many times. Like I looked the other day, went through a directory and just saw all the things that I have tried in my career that have failed, right? The problems were not worth solving. No one cared about them. No one wanted to pay with them. So what are you doing here? You are building with whatever you can. What do you know? What allows you to move fast? And what can you get out there so that you can get roasted? This is what we're actually trying to do. We're trying to get roasted because we want people to see it and tell us what's good about it, what's bad about it, and if it's even worth continuing down the road. The tools you use, the folder structure you use, it does not matter. No matter what everyone says, whatever's the flavor, it doesn't matter. Choose what you know, build as fast as you can. So that's the key thing. It's like choose tool to move fast. That's all that matters, right? Don't be clever. This is its key, is don't be clever, right? Don't try and use the new stack. Don't try and implement, like we've seen all these problems that people try and do. They try and create microservices. You haven't even got V1 out, champ. Don't worry about it. You're going to be fine. Let's move on to section 2, right? So number 2. Number 2 is a product market fit, PMF. So we now have a platform. This is us in RealHub. We were at RealHub V2 at this stage, right? And this is where you start identifying things. You have customers, but now what matters is performance, right? This is where we can start thinking about performance because what's probably happening is that clunky little system that you've built is now starting to struggle under load. And you know what the nice thing about not prematurely optimizing that is? We get to see the pieces that are actually slow so we can address those things. For us, we were using JBuilder, right? So this was the JBuilder for JSON. And we were seeing that there was a lot of things that were nested and it was getting slow. So what do we do here? We could implement caching at this. And this was using Redis. So this is something that came in a little bit later on. We didn't do this day one because there would have been a waste of time and money. You're running Redis servers, etc. But this is kind of what happens is it's performance. You want to be bringing in things like APM tools here. So think about New Relic, Datadog, all those kind of guys. You want to now measure how long requests take so that your users are not getting frustrated. We noticed that they were. And one of the cool things, actually, I'll go here, but it's like we had our artwork builder and this was running synchronously, right? So our artwork engine would generate a PDF on the main thread on the web server, which isn't ideal. So we had to rewrite this to the background. So we ended up moving our artwork to the background to see massive performance gains. This is actually when we worked with our good friend Nate, and he helped us identify these things and do it. And then we went and did it. So this is where you're now got product market fit. You're starting to scale. So you've launched your product. People want it. Hopefully they need it because that's what we want to build, things that people actually need. You have paying customers who expect your product to be online and also fast. Your team still needs to be able to move fast. You don't want to have all this infrastructure that slows you down because you're still trying to, build as fast as possible so that you can solve as many problems as possible. You want to establish those processes to allow your team to work fast without breaking too many things or causing too much downtime. Data security should now be something you actually care about. I reckon you should do this from the beginning. Realistically, we don't want to ever leak data, but you should really be focusing on this now. And then you need your system to be fast, which I already touched on above, right? So we want speed. We want security here on data. Make sure no one can leak data, because that will just send your whole ship down to the grave. Number 3, now we're scaling, right? Now we are playing big boy time. We are making money. Our system is working. And for us, what that meant was millions of requests per day. And what we were looking for, realistically, we had benchmarks. We wanted to be sub 250 milliseconds per request, right? So that's a lot of aggressive caching. And then also what you're going to be doing here now, we're also supporting APIs, right? So now you have other systems that are relying on you. This is where things start getting really complicated, but you're scaling that up. And now what we want to do is think about rewriting. And this is why I think a lot of stuff, and I will get to it, it's not rewriting the whole system, so calm down. It's about rewriting core components, right? And this is why the folder structure in your V1 doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter, because guess what? I rewrote our artwork builder, which was one of the core things, which basically what an artwork builder was. It was an interactive thing. Think Canva, basically, with templates that we built a full system. But people could take that and it would generate a PDF, which was print ready. So it was different to most of the other systems out there, because it was actually print ready and compliant with production printing. And that would come out. I rebuilt that system 3 times, right? And these are full rewrites of how they work, because the V1 was super basic. It was basically one file. V2 got split across multiple things that did different tricks. And then number 3 at the end was a different thing again, which was more flexible, more powerful. It could do more volume. So these are the things we want to be thinking about as we go. As we're scaling, we're now identifying core pieces of the system that are either slow or hard to maintain and refactoring those and thinking about reducing technical debt so that our team can keep moving even though the things are getting bigger and slower to move. This is a byproduct of the big system. It does get harder and slower to move, but if we can keep spending the time working on the technical debt, which is what we did do, it helped us keep moving. And that's really important, right? So the lesson is you're scaling now. You're landing big customers. You got Moby Dick, you got old whale here with his little tail cranking, little big, he's all have a great time because he just won him. But he also brings with him lots of cash. We saw like very big contracts here. So now you're landing with big customers, big money. Uptime is now a requirement. It is not an option. You have to be up. You cannot afford to be down. You need to be running automated testing, right? So we want to have auto tests. Now, I don't care what the massive, the biggest influencers on X have to say about this. It doesn't matter. You need automated testing here. You're going to be writing these things because you've got a team now, and old mate junior is going to come along and break something, and a test is going to catch it, and you're not going to deploy that to production and have a whole bunch of angry customers who are going to demand money from you. So make sure you have these things. Don't listen to the indie hackers when you're in scaling, all right? I'm building ClipFlow at the moment. We are still very early on. We're kind of like in that product market fit stage. We have tests for core functions, but not for everything because it's not that important. There are only a couple of, let's call it handfuls of people, maybe up 100 that use it constantly. So we have a smaller, user base, which is fine because that's what you're doing in the stage. So when you get to this stage, scaling stage, make sure you have these things in place. Otherwise, you are going to have a bad time. Don't listen to the people that haven't done it yet. Now, what we want to do is we want to also move fast and not break things. Facebook was very big on this, move fast and break things. And look, that's great when you're a startup. But when he started getting to the old enterprise level, playing big boy money, it's not a thing anymore. We don't do this. You can do it in the beginning, don't do it at the end. And now your application is crushing, right? So you are just living the dream. The application is dominating here. So we are crushing it over here at this stage. So all your hard work's finally paying off. But now what we want to do is we want to create leverage, right? Leverage over here so that we can make the big dollars over here. So your sales teams are going to start kicking in. You're going to be doing big deals. And now you want your system to just be solid, rock solid, so that you can scale up and actually dominate and win, right? This is key. Now, so to wrap it all up, I want to hear what you reckon about this. Does it matter if your system even scales in the beginning? Does it even matter or not? I am of opinion that it doesn't really matter in the beginning. You rewrite. I've rewritten ClipFlow 3 times already. Who cares? You figure out what doesn't scale and you fix it. that's the end of the day. You don't have to worry about this stuff. You don't have to spend your time wasting your time, I reckon. Just ship things and then figure it out. Because in the end of the day, you're going to rewrite them. You're going to have a bigger team. You're going to have more money. Don't worry about it if you're building the right thing. But if you're not building the right thing, you want to be able to figure that out really quickly. So you don't want to waste months on infrastructure and then just go and ship it. So take that. Please build businesses that actually work. And until next time, catch you on the next one.